classification internally used. Why? Okay. So even though sorry, this is not a right one. Canon classification. Okay. So as of now, I have described what is what is 1 second. I think there is one concept is here. So are you getting any doubts in what is train and test data? So here I can see like I will describe after that what is Canon arguments algorithm will not accept below values. So which algorithms internally used by Canon, Brutti, Tree, and Boltree by default? Which algorithms it is using by the Canon? What is the meaning of auto? What is Canon? Canon is non-programmatic method or programmatic method. So once you will be gone through with that code, you are able to give that answer. So I will describe it later. I will describe in next class. Today we'll see. On yesterday we are doing some activity. What is the activity like? We are trying to trying to import all the module which is required to train and test the data. Train and test the data. What is the meaning of training and testing? Training means first I will train to the machine and then through the actual values, and then I will try to get find out some accuracy, what level accuracy the machine is giving. That means let's suppose I trained you by the 5 programs and I want to test you through the given one program. So are you 100% understanding or not? What is your understanding? So let's suppose sometimes you will be give 70% accuracy, sometimes you will be give 80% accuracy, sometimes some brighter students can give 99% accuracy. So same here from machine also. First I will train it. Okay, then after I will test it. So for train and test, I have already described here what is the input data and what is output data. What is the data and target? What is data and target? What is data and target? So let me describe here. Same page I can write here. Kanal is starting. Please wait 1 second. Wait 1 minute. So what is the first step for importing which package is required for machine learning? Tell me guys, which package is required for machine learning? Yeah. So the package which is required for machine learning is sklearn. 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 So you have to import sklearn, and for classification from S for classifier, what is the meaning of knn? You have, what is the meaning of knn means k k name means k neighbor. What is the meaning of knn? Tell me, guys. K nearest neighbor. K nearest neighbors. K nearest neighbor. NEIGH neighbors. K nearest neighbors. So what is the meaning of K nearest neighbors? So on yesterday I was trying to describe how to import which all package is required for for KNN, which all package required for training and test data. Training and test data. So even though even though for our understanding purpose, I want to use this KNN without train and test split. Even though this is not used anywhere, but for our understanding, can we do that? So let's suppose I want to, yeah, I want to, I want to import from sklearn. What is the from sklearn dot neighbors? Wait, 1 second. Why it's not taking? Yeah, from sklearn neighbors. Then what is import? Import which one? Which one we are trying to import? Tell me. KN neighbors. I'm trying to import K. Why it's writing here? K then N neighbors. K neighbors classifier. K neighbors classifier. Okay. Then I want to import from sklearn, which is required. Data set is required. I want to import which one? Data set. Then I want to import numpy as a np. I want to import numpy as a np. So these three modules I want to import here. Okay, so you have already know what is a KNN classifier little bit. So you can see here in KNN classifier, by default neighbor is taking 5 and weight is uniform. Okay, so weight is like what is the meaning of weight here? Weight means like I will describe later, but for your understanding, let's suppose your passport verifications come at your home, okay, and then police guys ask some questions to your nearest nearest neighbors. But let's suppose in your nearest neighbors there is one SCP is living, assistant commissioner of police is living. Okay, so and another neighbors one rickshaws guy is living. So the police guy will give more weightage to that SAP verification. Same here, same the concept will like a weights. So I will describe weight means like a weight is same here, like what is the weight of your neighbors. Then you can say here algorithms is auto. So what is the meaning? Auto algorithms mean by default it will be fit for which algorithms is required. B tree is required, B tree is required, or KD tree is required. So by default it takes that algorithms. So I will describe these things later once you will visualize that code. Then we have a leaf underscore, we have a p is equals to 2. So as of now you have to consider p is equals to Minkowski What is the meaning of p equals to 2? You have to take Euclidean distance. So coming to that code, one second. I want to load the iris data set. How can you load that iris data set? We have a data set that load iris. I want to load the iris data set, and I can load here iris. Okay, I can load here this iris data set. Iris is equals to data set dot load iris. Iris is equals to data set is equals to load iris. I want to know the keys of data iris data set. How can you know that? Iris dot we have a one function called keys. What happened? One second. No. Let me. There is some. One second. Yeah, this is case actually. Sorry. So we can see here. We can see here in right. You are right sir. So you can see here iris dot keys. What is iris dot keys? So I have already described in iris data set. We have a data and target. Data means what is the meaning of data? Data means input. Data means input. So in iris data set there is 5 attributes is there. Sepal length, sepal width, 4 attributes. Sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. According to data, sepal length, sepal width, and petal length, petal width, we have some target. Okay, so target is like what is the target? Target is Setosa, versicolor, and virginica. But the target internally goes into this is the target name, Setosa, versicolor, virginica. But target, you have to pass that target into that numeric number 0, 1. So you can pass let's suppose for Setosa, I'm passing here 0. For versicolor, I'm passing 1. For virginica, I'm passing 2. So you have to pass that numeric value. I have described this. So as of now, we have a data and key. I want to take this data as an input for machine learning. I want to take this data as an input for machine learning. So a standard. So you can take x as an input, x variable as an input. This is the standard variable. If you want, you can use another one also, but everyone is following x as the input. Even though in docs you can say whatever input it will be assigning, that is taking to the x only. So you can see here there is iris. So I want to take data. I want to take data as an input. Okay, and for output, I have to denote one variable is called y, and it should be, this is conventional, not mandatory. So it should be a small letter. Iris, and I want to get a target as a output. Target as a output. So what is input? X is input and y is the output. X is input and y is output. Got it. I want to know the type of I want to know the type of x. Sorry. I want to, what happened? I want to know the type of x. So we can see here the type of x is NumPy ND array. So NumPy ND array, I want to know that dimension. So what is the dimension? You can see here, this is the 2D dimension. I want to know the shape. So tell me in what will be the shape? Tell me. I have already described iris data. What will be the shape? What will be the output of this shape? Anyone? Anyone? Guys, describe me. Yeah, the shape is 150 rows and 4 column, because in our iris data sets there is data is 150, total data is 150. Okay, so total row is 150. 50 is 50 record is for Setosa, 50 record is for Versicolor, and 50 record is for Virginica. So x dot shape, once I will execute x dot shape, output will be 154. 154. Let's suppose I want to take what will be the output. I'm taking here from this output. I want to take 1 to 5 values. So what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning? Yeah. So we have some data values. Okay, in our output, in our not output, in our input. Yeah. First 5 records, right? So from that you know that this x, if I want to show that x, you can see here what is, let me. So this is our x data up to 154, 150, up to 150. I want to take 5 records, 1 2 3 4 5, 5 records, from here x. So you have already know that what is the meaning, how to read that slice data, how to do slice from the list. You are already aware about that. Okay, so I have taken that. I want to know that. I want to check. 1 second. Let me. So I want to check what is the type of x now. What is that? Let's suppose same as it is. I want to do with. I want to check type of y. Type of y. Type of y. So y is our output. I want to know the y dot ndim. So what will be the dimension of y? You can say 1D array. I want to know the shape of y. You can say 150. 150 only. So you can see here in our data, I want to know. Let me execute that y. I want to show you y. So you can see here y is the 1D array only. Y is the 1D array only. This is the, so you can see there is only one single bracket. Y is the 1D array. Y is the target. So up to 50 here, this 0 is so for Setosa. This 1 is showing for Versicolor. This 2 is showing for Virginica. So for input, I'm trying to take some 2D array, and what is the output? That means I have already described here. Let's suppose we have a x1, we have a x2. Some data is there. So this is our input data. According to that input data, you have to define output. That means target is given, label is given here, label is given here, label is given here. Got it? So this is our y values. This is our y values. This is our y values. Got it? Let's suppose from here also I'm trying to show that y then up to 5. So you can say here output is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Then I want to fit the model. I want to fit the model. Fit the model is like I have already, let's suppose I want to fit the model. Let's suppose I have a KNN classifier. KNN classifier is let me write this is also capital. Okay, KNN classifier. KNN classifier. Okay, in KNN classifier, I want to pass by default the by default neighbors is 6. I want to pass here n underscore neighbor is n underscore neighbor is 6. N underscore neighbor is 6. So how we know that the six neighbor is fit for our model? Fit for our model, we don't know. So later point of time I will describe how can you know that how many numbers is fit for our model, how many neighbors is fit for our model. Okay, so as of now I am taking here n numbers is equals to 6 and I want to put this KNN is equal to one variable is called KNN. Let me execute here KNN. So you can see here what is the output of KNN. KNN is, you can see here, algorithm is taking auto. That means it will be internally execute any algorithm, KDD algorithm, K-tree algorithms. I will describe that later. So leaf size 30, matrix is Minkowski, and matrix for P Minkowski, the P is equals to 2. That means it is taking here Euclidean distance, and n underscore number is equals to 6. N underscore number is equals to 6. So n underscore number is equals to 6. Earlier you were taking like a by default n neighbors is equals to 5. Now the number is equals to 6. Now I want to fit this model manually. How can we do that? KNN dot fit. So I want to know that what is KNN dot fit. You can say here KNN dot fit is taking one output input, that means data, and then target. This is x and this is y. As I described earlier, x and y, this is the standard word, standard syntax for entire machine learning. X is denoting for input like data, and y is denoting for output. So you can see here, feed the model using x as a training data and y as a target values. X as a training data and y as a target values. Then you can see here, X is array like a Sparks matrix, ball tree, KD tree, training data. If array or matrix space, so I will describe these things later. Ball tree, KD tree, how which algorithm is suitable, and for which algorithm is suitable. By default, I'm taking here algorithm is auto. So auto. That means internally machine will be fit for what algorithm is suited right now. It will be automatically taking. But tomorrow our need is, let's suppose I don't want to use ball tree, I want to use KD tree. For KNN algorithm, KNN classifier, I want to use K-neighbors classifier, I want to use ball tree. So you can do that, but I will describe it later. So I want to know that knn.fit, and then I want to pass here what same thing I want to pass here x comma y, and then I want to write. Let's suppose I push this into the one variable f, and I want to take the output f. What is the, you can see now. You can see now. You can see and observe me. What is the, now algorithms is auto, leaf size is 30, matrix Minkowski, n number jobs none, n underscore neighbors you have described 6, and p is equals to 2, weights is info. So next step, I just fit for model according to that. Next step, I want to predict. Now you are walking in the, let's suppose I want to predict. How can you predict that this is the Setosa, this is the Versicolor, this is the Virginica? So how can you do that? So it is like let's suppose you are walking in the flower garden of Setosa, Versicolor or Virginica, and then there you can found three flowers, and you want to measure their length and width, and asking to that machine, hey, find to the level according to that. You are getting my point. So this is I want to. So let's suppose I'm taking here one array, numpy array, np.array, and then passing some values. Let's suppose I'm taking here three results from here. Let me. One records I'm taking from here, and I want to put it here. But one records I'm taking for, so I think first one is for Setosa. Second records I want to take it here. After 50 records, so that so if you want, so maybe this records will be after 50, even though you can check it. And 5, this is okay. So let me put it here. We'll see. Okay, no issue. And one record I want to put. From last one. Okay. And then I want to put here, let's suppose one variable called expected work, expected output. Okay, I want to take here variable called E. Okay, variable called E, and then if you want to pass that data type also, you can pass here. It's up to you. D type. That's not okay. D type is equals to is equals to, what is the values of detect is equals to np dot let's suppose you are passing float, you can pass float. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let me execute. Okay, so let me execute this line of codes. Okay, you can say here this is our new. Let me give it a generic name. Let's suppose this is our new input x new. This is our new input x underscore new. I want to know the knn dot predict. There is one function is called predict. You can see here what is the predict. Predict is take like a x label, x input, and predict the class level of the provided data. That means it will take the input, and according to that it will predict the output. So let us observe that knn dot predict, and you are taking here x underscore, what is the values, pass same thing here, x underscore new, x underscore new I want to pass here, and then put it into new variable is called, let's suppose, prediction. Why this is x underscore new is not defined? Okay. Okay. Then I want to print here. I want to print here prediction. So what will be the output? Tell me. Tell me. So let's see. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. So tell me what is the issue here? Because what we are doing here, we are trying to that without train and test splitting. I'm trying to without train and test. Here is no train data, no test data. Without train and test data, I want to feed the model. I want to feed the model. And I want to say, without training and testing, I want to know the prediction of machine. So what will be the issue, guys? So let's suppose in this we used all known 150, we used here all known 150 samples. That means, what is samples means, like a sample means rows. Whatever 150 sample is given here in our iris dataset, we are used in training the model. We are using here training the model. So for that, can you comment the machine answer is correct or wrong? Can you do that? Can you decide that the machine answer is right or wrong? Are you getting my question? Let's suppose without any training and testing data, how can you do that? Your machine is given wrong answer or right answer. How can you predict? I don't know this 0, 1, 2 is right and wrong answer. I don't know. So where I'm testing? For machine purpose, I'm not testing, man. This is your understanding purpose. I want to show this. So must, so far we cannot comment like a machine answer are correct or wrong. We cannot comment. Let's suppose I want to know that model performance. I want to know the measuring model performance. I want to measuring the model performance. Whatever model we have created, I want to know. So how can we do that? Tell me. So as we know that accuracy is matter here. Yeah, accuracy, right, right. You are right, Sneha. But as we are not in a position to justify here, the machine answer is right or wrong. So we cannot calculate performance on accuracy. We are not here at the position to justify the machine answer are right or wrong. So we cannot calculate performance or accuracy. We cannot calculate the performance and accuracy. Are you getting my point? We cannot calculate performance and accuracy, so that it is required to fit train and test. So it is required to split our data into training data and testing data, so that we can measure our performance and accuracy. Got it? So next, so now I'm trying to start here, KNN classification with train and test split. I want to split the data into the two part, train and test data. Train and test data. So for this, what you have to do, like first you have to import required modules. What is required module is required, data set is required, model selection is required. So what is the model selection is here. Earlier we are doing these jobs without train and test split. Now we will do same job, split the data into the train and test. So we have a one packed module is called train underscore test underscore split. So you have to select that sklearn model selection train test split. So this package is also required. NumPy is always you have to require. Then KNN classifier is required, and then I want to know the matrix reports accuracy score. So this package is required. So let me copy here and import all the modules once again. Okay, so this is required. Train and test is required. Train and test split is required. Okay, then accuracy score is required. External accuracy is required. Then you have to load and understand the data. So first step, what is the first step? First step should be you have to import all the required modules. First step should be you have to import all the required modules. Then you have to load and understand the data. First step should be you have to import all the required modules. Then second step should be load and understand the data. So you have to write what is the second step. Second step is load and understand the data. Load and understand the data. This is your second step. So we have already loaded the data. Okay, let me execute. This is perfectly fine. Okay, we have already loaded the data. We have a X. Okay, iris data set already loaded. X is there. Okay, no need to load once again. And Y is there. No need to load once again. Got it? So load and understand the data. Then step 3 is you have to split this data for training and testing. Step 3 is split. What is the step 3? Step 3 is split the data for training and test. Testing. Training and testing. First give the training and then test. So you have to split the data into training and testing. So for this, I have one function is there, train test split. I want to know what is train test split. You can see here this train test split taking that flexible arrays and options, split arrays or matrix into the random train and test subset. Train and test subset. Test size, what is the test size? By default, the testing data is by default 0.25. What is the meaning of 0.25 is like this is called 25%. So by default, whatever data you are passing here, if you are not passing anything, so by default, test size will be 0.25. That means 25%. 25% is your test size, test data. 25% is test data. So what will be the remaining data? Let's suppose I'm considering 100%. So 75% will be the train data. So 75% is our train data and 25% is our test data. This is the ratio. Okay. Then next one is, so you are aware about what is test size, train size. Okay. Then here we have to require shuffle. This is the important shuffle and stratify. So what is the meaning of shuffle here? Let's suppose you are playing, so playing the card. So playing the cards. Okay, so what playing the cards, I think you are already aware about the playing cards. Okay, so in playing cards, total number is 52. So let's suppose you are not shuffle your card, so there may be a chance to that the same kind of cards go to that one person. It is you know that. So before playing that cards, you have to shuffle. You have to shuffle that. You are getting my point. So by default, this shuffle option is true. So why it is shuffle data? So that same type of data will not go to that one person. Same as it is, shuffle is required here. Shuffle is required here. Shuffle is required here. Next concept is, what is stratify? What is stratifying? Stratify. Anyone? This is the English words shuffle and stratify. Anyone? What is the meaning of stratify? That means stratify means don't bias here. Form of arrange into strata, arrange or classify, stratify patient into the well-defined risk group, stratify in train and test split. Stratify sampling aims at splitting one data set to that each splitter are similar with respect to something. Ensure that the train and test set have approximately the same percentage of sample of each target. So what is the stratify is, let me describe in depth here. What is the meaning of stratify? The meaning of stratify means, let's suppose our sample data, this is our sample data. In our sample data, we have a Setosa, Versicolor, and Virginica. Setosa, Versicolor, and Virginica. What is the number of Setosa? 50. Okay. And what is the number of Versicolor? 50. And what is the number of Virginica? 50. So stratify means what is the ratio of these three? If you are calculating the ratio is 50 ratio 50 ratio 50 means 50 ratio 50 ratio 50 50 ratio 50 ratio 50. That ratio should be remain same in test and split data. That ratio should be remain same in test and split data. That means if you are trying to take some test sample from here, so let's suppose you can take it 5 into 5 into 5, so that this ratio is again same. So this is called a stratify. This is called a stratify. The stratify. Let's suppose I'm considering the population of India and let's suppose I'm taking the example in India and Nepal. So let's suppose the population of India is twice of Nepal, 2x of Nepal. This is the X population and the India's population is 2x. The population of India is twice of Nepal. So let's suppose the population of Nepal is 10 and so population of India will be 20. Let's suppose the population of Nepal will be 20, then population of India will be 40. That means now I'm trying to take some sample from here from both the country. So you cannot take the sample is 10 and 30 because here the ratio is, what is the ratio of 50 by 20? If you finding the ratio, so you can say here this is the, what is the ratio? 1 is to 2. But here you can say here ratio become 1 is to 30. So this is not a stratify. A stratify means like the ratio should be same. The ratio should be same. Any doubts? Jashwant, Dakshin Priya Pratik, Sagar Sai, Swati Venkat, Sneha. Any doubts? Tell me, guys. Are you getting that? What is a stratify? What is shuffle? Okay. So yeah, right. You are right. Equal distribution is shuffle. Like a shuffle is just like a given. A stratify means whatever the sample you are taking, that sample should be should be equal to that ratio. That is the meaning of a stratify. Simple. Then we have a, so let's see. Here shuffle is whether you are not shuffling, so there is maybe chance to get that. This is a stratify is just like a number. You don't know what number is there, what kind of card is there. This is for number. This is for number. You know that for your playing card, you know that let's suppose I want to give 20 cards, but the number should be 12 only. So for number purpose, you are using a stratify, that number ratio, not an actual values ratio. What is the values? We don't know. So for that, we need to require shuffle of your data. Got it? Sneha, got it? Okay. So we can see here stratify. Let me describe here. Can we okay? So we can pass here x, then we can pass here y. Okay, x, then y. Okay, train and split. I want to pass whatever target, whatever data is there. Okay, that data I want to also do split into the train and split, train and test. Whatever output is there, I want to split train and test. So you have to pass x comma y so that it will be split into the two part, train and test. Then I can pass here test size. So by default, what is the data? Test size is there. Test underscore. What is the test size? Test underscore size. By default, test underscore size was 0.25. That means 25%. I want to pass here 0.3. I want to pass here 0.3. That means 30%. So what is the 30% of 150? What is the 30% of 150? Anyone? Hey man, 30% of 150. Yeah, 45. So 45 is the 30% of 150. That means base data is 45, and what is the remaining data? Train data is 105. Got it? Then I want to pass here random state. Random. Let me pass here random underscore state. I want to pass here random state. That random state is, let's suppose I'm taking here 20. What is the meaning of random state? You know that random state means nothing but random state. It keep like a seed. What is the meaning of seed and reproduce? I described in level 3 classes. Then I want to take here. Then I want to take here stratify. STRATI. Stratify. Stratify is equals to, I want to take here a stratif is equals to, I want to pass here y. That means I want to take it into y means 50 ratio 50 ratio 50. Okay, so input data ratio is 50 ratio 50 ratio 50 is equals to train data ratio. What is the train data ratio? 35 into 35 is the 35. And what is the test data ratio? 15 into 50 ratio 15 ratio 15 ratio 15. So this is the meaning of stratify. So once I pass the all parameters into the train and test, I want to store here. I want to store into the four variable. One is for x underscore train. Let's suppose this goes to x underscore train, comma x underscore test, comma y underscore train, comma y underscore test. I want to execute train data. I want to know what is the values of x underscore train. We can check here. This is our train data. I want to know x and I want to know x underscore test. This is our test sample. So I have randomly I have selected 30% test, 30% test, and 70%, 70%. What is 70% for train? Then we'll again apply fit the model, okay, and then we can predict a level for test data, and then we'll see accuracy. Okay, so these things we'll see in next session. Okay, thank you so much. We are getting late.